Don't worry about any chemicals or anything, or I mean, I've heard conspiracy theories of like they're putting fluoride in the water.
The government do say they put fluoride in your water.
See, did you notice that the white guy said, I've heard conspiracy theories? It's not a conspiracy theory, that's like open admission. In fact, they reintroduced fluoridated water in certain areas. So certain areas that were non-fluoridated have recently reintroduced the deliberate fluoridation of the water. And the reason they do that, they openly say it, is that they believe that fluoride intake is good for your bones.
If you knew what you were made of, then we would save the world.
So I'm not gonna lie, this video kind of tickled me when I watched it. So I thought I'd share some of the humour with you and also give you a little bit of insight into the UK, because a lot of time I'm covering stuff on this channel and it tends to be either Africa or America. But hey, the UK, we got a black population here as well, you know. I think that it's not really appreciated, the fact that there are black people here in the UK. And yeah, this made me laugh. There are a couple rage baity bits in there, but thought I'd share it with you. So this is called Asking Black and White People the Same Questions Regarding Family. First time I've seen anything on this channel. Channel called Finley Christie, very well subscribed, 568,000 subscribers. So doesn't need me to do any plugging, so I won't. But yeah, check this out. Tell me what you think of this. So Asking Black and White People the Same Questions of comedians Finlay Christie and Mamoon Elagab.
Ask if the family drinks tap water.
Yes, I remember. Okay, so in your family, do you drink tap water?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone in my family does.
Oh, always tap water.
Alright, so this is multi-layered, yeah. So first of all, we don't drink tap water in my house. We either run in a very strong filter, and we only started that recently. But other than that, it's always been bottled water. And not just any bottled water, it actually has to be mineral water. So we don't allow spring water in the house as well, because spring water can essentially come from any spring, including man-made springs. So you can just end up paying for tap water or filtered tap water normally. So we go for mineral water, which has to come from underground and be naturally filtered and go through a certain amount of minerals before it can be classified or labeled as mineral water. I know that must be different in the States, where they don't have any regulations and just give you all kinds of crap. I remember in the States they give you spring water with added minerals, whatever the hell that means, but that's America for you. But yeah, we don't drink, or I'm not going to say weak, I'm sure I know lots of people, even people within my family, who do drink tap water. I don't drink tap water. I don't allow my kids to drink it because it's full of, you know, toxins, chemicals, fluoride being one of the main one, which they add to the tap water. However, in the UK, when we were growing up, we had this thing about whether or not you live in a hard water or soft water area. No one really knew what that meant. What that basically was if you go to cities and places, urban centres, the government would pump the water full of chemicals and toxins and fluoride and heavy metals and essentially call it a hard water area. Whereas if you lived out in the nice parts, the country, and the expensive parts, the rural areas, you had soft water, where essentially they hadn't put any of this crap in, so the water's a lot safer to drink. So whereas some of these people being interviewed might be ignorant, there also might be a case of there being a class divide where they live in the areas where the water is essentially much safer to drink. Now, there are a whole bunch of associated issues, such as, you know, the neurological issues that come from long-term consumption of fluoride. So really, me not drinking tap water is more of a long-term than a short-term thing for me, because I haven't drunk it now for like over 20 years. I'd imagine I haven't accumulated as much. I don't use fluoride toothpaste either, so I'd imagine I don't accumulate as much fluoride as your average person, and in my later years I'm going to benefit neurologically from not having accumulated all of that. So that's where I'm coming from. Once again, I'm not prescribing this to anyone. You guys can do what you want, do your own research, but I wouldn't advise consuming high amounts of fluoride. But I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of a backstory as to where the differing views of tap water consumption might come from. So let's carry on.
Always.
Yeah, always.
No, bottled water.
Bottled water.
Bottled water.
Bottled water, but not tap water. If it's cheap for the tap, that's crazy. What happens to you when you drink tap water?
Like throwing up.
I'm so proud. I didn't know that black people avoided tap water this much. This is making me so like shout out to my UK black family, because I always thought people found me a little bit weird when I was like, you know, I'd be at a restaurant and I'd be like, can I have some water? And then they go to, no, not tap water, I need bottled water, please, can I, mineral water specifically. I used to get weird looks when I used to go out with friends and that, but it seems to be that this generation, for some reason or another, they ain't on this tap water thing. So yeah, shout out. I love it. Love to see it.
Last night, I saw my little brother going for it. I slapped him for it. I can't lie. I actually slapped him for it. I can't lie. I was drinking about, but I just.
Shout out. You were raised well. Raised well, young man. I love to see it.
Just gave it to him. And then I just went shot to get another one.
The only person in the world that goes out from drinking.
Seriously?
No, she's not.
It's Lambeth.
It's all recycle.
Recycle.
You got the toilet water, you got the tap water, it's all combined and that.
Tap water tastes grainy.
The tap water, yeah, boy.
Shout out this black community. Okay, I don't know if these people are all Lambeth. I'm sure there are more other areas involved here, but shout out, man. We don't drink the tap water. We don't drink that. The tap water. We don't drink that nonsense, star. For real. The tap water.
It tastes a little bit salty.
Tastes like it's got metal chemicals in it.
I heard there's metals in tap water and stuff, so I just stopped drinking it.
You don't worry about any chemicals or anything, or I mean, I've heard conspiracy theories of like they're putting fluoride in the water.
The government do say they put fluoride in your water.
See, did you notice that the white guy said, I've heard conspiracy theories? It's not a conspiracy theory. That's like open admission. In fact, they reintroduced fluoridated water in certain areas. So certain areas that were non-fluoridated have recently reintroduced the deliberate fluoridation of the water. And the reason they do that, they openly say it, is that they believe that fluoride intake is good for your bones. It's like kind of like what are we doing here? Like, and they also say for dental health. So they say that areas that are fluoridated tend to have better dental health. Like, people can't make a decision about how much they're gonna brush their teeth. The government have to assist them by putting dental assistance in the water, which they know has a neurological effect, because the effects of fluorine, which was used in concentration camps, okay, can be researched. And this is not a conspiracy theory. The government openly say that they fluoridate the water. So you know, I like the fact that, you know, when something seems heinous, the British in particular are so unwilling to accept that their government would do anything to harm them, which is just like, that's kind of one of the things they kind of feel like, well, it has to be a conspiracy theory, because why would the government harm me? Whereas we ignorant Africans and people of the diaspora and different melanated people from around the world, we have no reason to have that amount of trust in the British government. Let's just say they have been deliberately belligerent to us for hundreds of years. So yes, when we hear the possibility of them deliberately harming us, deliberately harming our neurological health, we rightly and historically believe that it's true.
And I'm not a great fan of that.
There's fluoride and stuff that they use to. Yeah.
Fluoride is in toothpaste. I thought that was good.
Well, that too. Yeah, they do put it in toothpaste.
See, fluoride in a toothpaste, I don't do that either. I have fluoride-free toothpaste, and obviously every time, they're very hard on the propaganda. So every time you go to the dentist will be like, oh, make sure you use fluoride toothpaste. And it's funny because the last time I went to the dentist, they complimented me about how strong my teeth were and how much of an advert I was for fluoride usage. Oh yes, I can see that you use fluoride, or your teeth. I haven't used fluoride for over 20 years. I don't know what it was that they were seeing. Actually, I do know what it was, because I know they're selling us this whole thing and this idea that you're not going to have good dental health if you don't, you know, use fluoride, and you're not going to have good health if you don't get that sticky in your arm, and you're not gonna. It's all a nonsense. It's all a nonsense. You are the masters of your own health. Health is a habit, and there's no fast or quick way to help or to destroy yourself. Disease is normally expression of long-term habitual consumption of things that you shouldn't be consuming, or long-term weakness or long-term immunodeficiency. And these things are all based on habit. So if you want to avoid the possibility and probability of disease, be it disease in the body, gum disease, disease in your teeth, whatever it is, then look at your daily habits and your daily consumptions, and I'm sure you'll get much closer than where a doctor prescribes you with a couple of, tablets and treatments and hopes that you'll, and says that he can shortcut you to health. It's not going to happen that way.
Tap water is perfectly fine.
It's got lime scale in it. It's good for you. Everyone's always like, it's full of minerals and things.
She just said lime scale is good for you. It's got lime scale in it. She just said it's got lime scale in it. It's good for you. She associates lime scale with minerals. So when you got that white stuff around your kettle, because of all of the crap and the heavy metals and the toxins and all that crap that's in your water, she's like, oh, that's the minerals. That's the
Straight from the sewage.
There's sewage water, apparently. The tap water is, I don't know, it's from the Thames and all of this. I have no idea, I'll be honest.
In your family's house, when you see ice cream containers in the freezer, what do you...
Sorry, that tap water question has got me lit. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of my brothers and sisters, man.
expect to see inside of them?
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Vanilla.
Chocolate?
Always ice cream though.
Never soup?
I know where they're going with this. I know exactly where they're going with this. Right now, every black person knows exactly where this is going. Because we see this question here, yeah. This one's dark, yeah. I know what you did, yeah. This was disrespectful, because ice cream containers, not just ice cream, by the way. Ice cream, butter, biscuit, yeah. Ice cream, butter, and biscuit containers. They never could. It's like, what surprise are you gonna get? Particularly if I go to my mum's house, you're never gonna get what you expect from inside them, man.
Oh, soup.
Soup,
Innit? Or stew.
Stew.
you see jollof rice.
Stew, shut up. When you say stew, that's how I know you're from a Nigerian or African household. Stew. Only Africans eat stew. Everyone else eats soup. Yeah, but stew, yeah. Stew, that's Nigerian. Straight up Nigerian. Jollof rice, yeah, shout out.
Jollof rice. Frozen food.
Frozen food, blood.
Frozen meats. Frozen assorted meats. I'm expecting to see frozen assorted meats.
Wait, frozen ice cream? Ice cream, bro.
You can never find ice cream in an ice cream box. No.
Don't disrespect us, ice cream. Ice cream's a treat, yeah? That there's a look, you might find ice cream in it, okay, but it's just that it's a 1 in 20 chance that's the point at which the ice cream was purchased. Other than that, for the entire time afterwards, it's going to be filled with various assorted meats.
It's never possible.
Vanilla?
No.
Usually vanilla.
Neapolitan?
No.
Neapolitan.
Probably pepe or something else, but it's never the ice cream.
Probably what?
Pepe.
What about Pepe? Pepe? Yeah, Pepe. What's that? I don't know, to be honest.
He's violating. He said Pepe. What about Pepe? What about Pepe? Finley's violating. Oh yeah. Oh, Finley's violating. He said, what about Pepe? Pepe. Oh yeah. Shout out Philly. Shout out Philly. Oh man. Woo, that tickled me.
These in the freezer in an ice cream tub.
My parents always has the box at home, but we never bought the ice cream, so I don't know where they got the box from.
Why not just use like Tupperware?
Well, why buy the Tupperware when you've got one already made there with the ice cream in it?
Facts. Okay, what are you buying Tupperware for? What the ice cream? You know what I'm saying? There's a box. You can't throw away good tubs. Good tubs. Like, people go out there and gonna spend $4.99 on a Tupperware box when you just bought ice cream box for $1.99 that had ice cream in it, and then you gotta throw away the box. Like, I've never understood people just throw away like jars and this, that, and the. It burns me every time I put a jar in the recycling. Because I look at this empty, useful, reusable, infinitely reusable container. Like, jars are infinitely reusable, openable, closable lids. It buns me every single time I put one in the recycling. I know that's just kind of like my parents hoarding, living in the next generation, but it still buns me, I'm not going to lie.
That's just...
Why buy bottled water when there's water in the tap?
Well...
Because it's disgusting. That's a completely different question.
I mean, why buy... I don't know if that's a good comparison to make.
Would you describe your grandparents as racist?
I don't think I would know.
Cap. I call cap, Susan. About every British... Listen, they might not be racist in a harmful way. Let's be clear about that, yeah? British and American racism are very different, okay? Her grandparents probably don't have the backdrop of lynching like they do in America. Yeah, let's be clear. I grew up in a very multicultural British area. And we had loads of white people. It's white flight now, so they've all left, and it's full of like Polish people who aren't like British white. But I grew up around, in my area, it was like 33% white, 33% black, 33% Asian. Okay? I can tell you, without a doubt, unequivocally, all the white people were racist. All of them. And they can't help it. They grew up in a time when we had shows like Steptoe and Son on television. Like, TV was racist. The media was racist. It had caricatures of black people. You know, it was just, everything was racist. So it was impossible to be white and not to be racist. I had neighbours who weren't harmful, but they would call, you know, I remember I'd be in my mate Sam's house. I'm in his house. This isn't someone who's like overtly like anti-black or anything like that. But I'd be in his house and his dad would come and he'd be like, "Oh, is that monkey here again? You got that monkey upstairs?" And when I was young, I used to hear this, and it used to kind of like go over my head. Or I'd go across the road and my mate Jose was there. His parents were Greek. Well, his mum was Greek and his dad was white, and his mum would be like, "Oh, don't be hanging with the black people for too long," you know. Like, that was just normal. Like, all white people were like that. All white people. The teachers were like that. Like, everyone had that little bit of racism. So her saying, oh, I wouldn't say they were, that's very selective British interpretation, selective British language. What she's saying is, oh, they weren't harmful, but they were definitely racist. Definitely racist, because for a lot of British people, blackness in that time, or ethnicities, for some, I wouldn't say a lot, for some British people, ethnicities was new, especially in the urban centres where a lot of people had travelled from the country to live in London and were meeting in London other ethnic minorities who they haven't met before. And they were racist. They were absolutely racist. Now, some people in Britain, not to give them all a pass, are overtly and harmfully racist. Like, we got areas like Hillingdon and different areas where people are kind of like really racist, kind of like nasty racist. You know, NF kind of like stronghold racist. So you have that in different parts of England. But some parts, they were just had black neighbours and they were just kind of like harmlessly racist. Now, I know that sounds like a contradiction, but it isn't, because I promise you, in the time that I was growing up, I never had a negative kind of like violent, harmful experience, to the point where my first experience of racism in London was actually, I was in my kind of like early 20s in my first flat that I'd bought, and that was actually in Hillingdon. We had bought a flat in Hillingdon. I remember a guy called me the N-word. It was like a road rage incident. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never been called that before. This is wild. I went to fight him, but there was 5 of them in the car. So I was like, losing battle, I'm going to stay in my car and just be offended. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so anyway, I know I rambled a bit there, but I'm calling cap on Susan here. Oh, no, they're not racist. Rubbish. Absolute crap.
No, I don't think on a personal level he's racist.
No.
See, I don't think on a personal level he's racist. He know, they know they're racist.
They're not racist at all.
He's racist. By his parents, I can just look at his face. He's racist. I don't care. I'm judging him. I'm judging him right now. He's straight up racist.
It's good. Would you say your grandparents are racist?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Yeah.
Probably on my dad's side, yeah.
You've got the slightest.
See, I see what they're doing here, but you have to understand that black people in the UK, I mean, like, look, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but it's not racism. It's not like they don't just unanimously hate white people. What they normally get is you'll get that taste of, especially in the grandparents' generation, what you'll get is that kind of no filter. So there'll be no filter, and they'll be like, I mean, I say it to my kids, and my kids are like, you can call me racist if you want, but I'll be like, listen, man, these white people are pissing me off. Yeah, that's not me saying I dislike all white people. One of my best friends is a white guy, by the way, to be very, very clear. That's me saying I'm kind of sick of these institutionalized things that they've set up. You know, I don't want to see Trump invading Nigeria. You know, I don't want to see the British media degrading us as people. I am sick to death of overt racism that takes place in sports. I'm sick to death of my kids being targeted in school, etc. I could go on and on and on. But you get sick of it. And sometimes it's easier to just talk like that. You know, I can't every time I want to address it go, I'm sick of that class of white people who run the country and the other class, the middle class who support them and won't call them out, and the working class who are racial denial. Listen, I ain't got time for all that. So we'll just say, look, these white people are pissing me off. White people are so racist. Indian people are so racist. We're so sick of it. That's not being racist, calling that out. Yeah, to be very, very clear, because I'll never target people just because they are a certain race, but I will call out when certain groups either perform or defend a certain type of behavior. What you get a lot of in the UK is you don't get overt racism, but what you get is a lot of racial denialism, and you get a lot of low key support for racist policies, be it racist military policies or racist domestic policies. We've got this whole thing about immigration taking place, and whether or not you're for or against it, what you won't get is a lot of pushback from the British public. They don't care unless it affects them. They really don't care. And especially in like the Asian upper class, like the Indians, they're incredibly, those Indian MPs, when they come through, they always try and push through the most racist policies, you know. So yeah, it gets tiresome, it gets really irritating. So this is where this is coming from. I get what they're doing here. It's a little bit of humor, but don't try and push racism onto just because the white people denied racism and the black people admitted it, it doesn't mean that black people are more racist than white people. I have to kind of put that out there because that's one of the narratives they like to try and spin, and it's a nonsense.
Bit of anything in you.
Yeah.
It's like, stick to your own, man.
Because sometimes they do say some stuff about white people that is crazy, but it's not crazy at the same time.
Whether or not...
Well, that's what he said. It's crazy, but it's not crazy at the same time. That's exactly what I was saying. So when people speak without the filter, it will sound crazy, but in reality, it's just kind of like an expression of the shit that we face daily. Do you know what I mean?
It's somewhat internalised in their generation is a different thing. But I've never noticed it, like, speaking to them.
They said the most racist things, like, whilst a white person's walking past, I'm thinking...
See, and here's the difference. So he said they say the most racist things. So I guarantee you those most racist things, yeah, will be something along the lines of, these bloody white people always making it so flipping hard for us. I can't stand these flipping white people. They think they're... Those are the kind of statements that you'll get. The difference between that racism and the racism that you get white people, particularly, like, I'm not sure this is massively a UK thing, definitely an American thing, but, you know, in fact, I know that it's a UK thing as well, because there's some kids in my school who used to talk like this, but never to our faces, so I didn't know until we left school that they used to do it. People told me afterwards. But they'll say things like, flipping hate the N-words, yeah, them stupid M-words, stupid M-words, like, I can't stand them, this, that, and the other, just get rid of them. That's completely different, okay? That's kind of like a hatred, and it's a hatred for no other reason other than us looking a certain way. It's not for something we've done. Do you understand what I mean? And that's a key difference. You know what I mean?
You do realise we're in a country and we're not in St. Lucia, like.
Do you like to go visit your family, grandparents in the countryside?
Massively, yeah.
I love visiting my parents out in the countryside.
I've got family in Ireland, so we like go to the countryside there and stuff.
Do you enjoy visiting your family in the countryside?
I don't have family in the countryside.
Who the hell's got family in the countryside, fam? What are you talking about? The closest thing I got to family in the countryside is some family in Richmond, bruv. Yeah, it's just which is just like a nice urban area. No, we ain't got no family. We've got some in-laws. I got some white in-laws who've got family in the countryside, but they've never invited me, and I'm not sure if I'd go if they did. So there you go.
I don't have any family members that live in the countryside.
I don't have family in the countryside.
I've got had family in the countryside, you know.
You know what? Disturbingly, my mixed race niece said to me the other day, I want to marry a farmer and live in the countryside. And I I had a bit of a internal meltdown because I knew kind of on a subconscious note she was saying that she wanted to marry a white man. I didn't like hearing that. I'm not gonna lie. So hey, I might be a bit racist. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like hearing that. I can't really talk to my brother about it as well. He's a bit soft with it, man. So it's just one of those things that I've just heard, and now I'm gonna do my best to try and swing her back to the colour, man. So yeah, maybe I'm a bit racist. What are you gonna do?
But he told me Edmonton's not the countryside. So
They all either live in London or like Nigeria or the States or something like that.
do you enjoy going on family holidays to the countryside?
I don't even know what that is.
I like this shit. You don't know. I don't even know what the countryside is. You know what cunch is, fam? What are you talking about?
You don't know what the countryside is?
No, I don't know what
Like the countryside is like. How do I describe?
You can't describe the countryside, bro. It's country, innit? It's trees, meadows. Like, come on, man. You don't know. Neither of them know what countryside is.
M25.
I love the
Outside the M25. So for those of you who ain't local, the M25 is like a road that encircles London. Okay, so inside the M25 is London. To a Londoner, anything outside the M25 is cunch. Okay, it's country. It's just like you live in a country. Like you don't live in London, so it's country. You could live in the most developed urban centre there is. To a Londoner, you just live in cunch.
The countryside, yeah, I do. I think the countryside's lovely.
What's in the countryside apart from Wi-Fi and far shops?
Yeah, local power.
I think the countryside is overrated. There are nice parts of the UK. UK has got some really beautiful rural areas and kind of like particularly like in Wales, north of Wales, one of my favourite places to visit. Very beautiful, very idyllic. Some of the most beautiful landscapes you get in the world, actually. So you can visit some really beautiful mountainous lakeside regions in the UK. Really, really, really beautiful. But yeah, just like general countryside, some of it's really overrated. Like I know a lot of people like Cornwall and stuff like that. I've been there. I'm like, a bit meh to me, and I'm like I said, shit Wi-Fi gets a bit boring. If I'm gonna be totally honest, man.
Long walk.
The smell of manure.
Dog on the beach. That sort of
Dogging
thing.
on the beach, yeah.
No.
Do you know how the countryside vibe?
Dogs on the beach, by the way, disgusting. I can't remember where we went to in the UK recently, but they had a beach that allowed dogs, and I literally made the mistake of just venturing onto there. Oh my god, it's the most disgusting thing. Shit every step there's buried shit. Never ever go to a beach where they allow dogs. Never do it. You will regret it. Do not. It's disgusting, man. Talking about dog on the beach. Very UK, by the way. UK, they love dog shit in the UK. My god.
Small town vibes.
No,
Local people, local pub.
no,
No.
no. That gives me horror movie.
like Devon,
Wait, what?
Cornwall.
Oh, bro, I thought the countryside is like a city or something.
No. This is a city. Like
I'm dumb, fam. You know that, bro.
countryside's like Do you not?
Why are you laughing now, fam? You put Jella first.
Do you ever go visit your family in like Devon or Cornwall or some?
Our family is North Wales and we do visit, yeah.
Oh, whereabouts?
Bangor.
Where's that? Sorry.
Bangor is in North Wales, yeah.
Oh, Bangor in.
Oh, shout out. Shout out. He's really from Cunch. He's more Cunch than my man.
Wales.
Yeah. So we do visit, yeah.
Where?
In Bangor in Wales.
Where's Bangor?
North Wales.
Oh, not Wales.
Yeah, North Wales, yeah.
Oh, North Wales. Sorry.
I live up in the Dales. So
Oh,
where all the
really?
sheeps are and the hills and yeah, Yorkshire. So my family are the ones to come and visit me in the countryside. So
Oh, shout out. He has got a slight little Yorkshire accent going on there still.
shall I give you another question?
You prefer that vibe? Well, maybe we should do another question. Yeah. That doesn't fit with the racist now.
So he's hit the a couple of these people hit the reverse Uno on him. Be like, yeah, we talking about? We're from the country. Where you from, brother? Where you from?
Narrative we're trying to create.
What would your parents say if you came out as non-binary?
I mean, I think they'd be okay. I mean, I've already like come out as bisexual to them, and that's fine.
I don't really care. Just do what you are.
Would your family be alright if you came out as non-binary?
My mom said yes, my dad said,
Probably my dad would just take me to church. He's more spiritual. He would just take me to church for rehabilitation. In my side, we don't.
See, the thing about it is, yeah, this is the thing about, like, I'm not going to speak too much in the subject, but about this in the black community, because when it comes down to it, as much as I feel like it's being projected onto our community, any of us who are connected to either our Caribbean or our African roots, it's just not tolerated. It's still, they're trying to come with it, but it's just not tolerated. That's the thing. So it's kind of like, there has been a I was having an interesting conversation. There's been a very hard attempt. I was speaking to actually an evolutionary psychologist about this guy called Clive Granderson, and we're speaking about the fact that, you know, every single Netflix show, every Disney Plus show, all of these things, they really try and project homosexuality onto the black community. They really make it a thing. Well, black males in particular, you must be like, they just won't cast normal heterosexual black males. And I don't know why people get offended when I point that out. It's just a fact. Like, don't get offended for me pointing out something that's observably true, that homosexuality is massively overrepresented amongst black males on television. But the reality is, even with all of that attempt to kind of emasculate the black male, we still are perceived as the most masculine males, you know. So even imagine we've got this big wall of propaganda that's trying to present us as something, and in spite of all of that, we're still viewed and perceived as being the most masculine males. That's just the fact. Like, we don't have to try, like, we just have that thing, you know, where people perceive us as being the most masculine males, and part of it is the fact that we have to struggle against so much. So this is the thing. It's kind of like there are a lot of community contributing factors that make that difficult. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's just the reality. And I think people will be very shocked about how conservative the traditional values of many black communities are. They are very conservative traditional values. People can argue about whether or not that's right or wrong. I'm not here to argue that. I'm just telling you it's a reality, whether or not people want to accept it or not.
We go to rehab centers. We go to church for rehab. So probably he's going to take me to a church or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would they? And then they'd fix you up and you'd be fine afterwards.
Nobody comes out fine from going to rehab church. So.
Yeah, you know what's coming out fine? Rehab church. That's just another word for saying cult.
Why just cult? Why not? No one. So it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. Well, it's just me.
Would your parents be proud if you brought home a Nubian queen?
This is funny. We're talking about Nubian queen. Does he realise that Nubians are actually a legitimate ethnic group in 2025? So he's actually speaking out a specific ethnic group that borders Egypt and Sudan, of, you know, black ethnic group. That's, you know, it's an African group. It's like, that term Nubian is he's pulled that out of the 70s black exploitation kind of like black enlightenment era, but it is a legitimate ethnic group.
Nubian queen. Would they be proud of me? I think I'd be proud of me. Yeah, of course they
I'd be
would.
proud of you too.
Yeah, I think
And I'd be very proud if my son brought home a Nubian wife. That'd be like dope. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
that's the plan. That's what they want.
Proud?
Yeah.
I don't really care. They'd be happy just because like
I don't think they care. Yes, they would care. That dude there, he gives me some strong racist vibes. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's in the dark, proud. Yeah, I could bring home a white, black, Chinese. No, they wouldn't really care. I'm still a white male.
like my oldest brother, he's married to a white woman. Not
Shout out, so is mine.
there's anything wrong with that.
They'd be surprised because I'm gay, so a Nubian king. They'd love that. Royalty's royalty, I guess.
So true.
Yeah.
So facts.
What would you know about royalty, man? Why are you agreeing?
Well, I'm inbred. What about if you brought home a small little white girl with blonde hair?
Probably my mom is going to have a problem with that, but I'm very sure my dad doesn't have any issues. Yeah.
Why not? Your dad, no. Why not?
He doesn't have any issues. It's open to everybody.
His dad's Nigerian. That's the reality of the matter. Yeah. His dad's Nigerian. If you get the thing about Nigerians, yeah, is if you can get a mixed race anything, and the other half will be a Nigerian. Nigerians, we don't have to guess how our genes are gonna blend in a certain ethnic group, you know, or compatibility issues, because there's already been a million Nigerians who have blazed the trail. Doesn't matter where you go. You could go to the remotest part of like an Inuit colony. You could go to Greenland. I guarantee you there's mixed race Nigerian Greenlandic families. Yeah? There's mixed race Nigerian Aboriginals. There's mixed race Nigerian Malagai families. It doesn't matter how remote the ethnic group you pick is. Nigerians have already been there. Nigerians blend with mankind in all its shape, form and glory. Just how we get down.
Yeah, he likes those Bangor girls.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing. I know he's got mixed race Nigerian Bangor relatives. Oh man, jokes.
Where do you go on family holidays to?
Last time we went to Sri Lanka, but I was like 16.
Either Greece or Malaysia.
My current specialist at the moment is ski trips.
We never really grow up and go on no holiday. We go visit your auntie during the holidays, school holidays. What we used to do, yeah, during the holidays we used to go lie in the same bed with our 19 cousins.
First time you went on a plane?
First time I went on a plane, Amsterdam, of course.
Okay.
Love, bro.
So yeah, man, that was it. That was kind of joke. I'm not gonna lie, that actually was kind of joke. Very well put together. So yeah, if you ever wondered some of the differences between UK blacks and blacks in different areas of the diaspora and blacks in America, there you go. That's a little bit of an insight. Not so different, but also not so the same. Love that video. Shout out. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the next one. Peace.